Peace, family. So, yesterday, Donald Trump took his act on the road to Brooklyn, New York, trying to curry the favor of black and Hispanic voters. When I listened to part of his speech, he talked so rudimentary, so simple. It's hard to believe that any political candidate could be taken seriously, let alone be the leading candidate talking like this. But it brings to mind that Donald Trump did say that he loved the poorly educated. And when you listen to him speak, you can tell. There's nothing intellectually elevating about nothing he say. He don't have to come in here and talk policy, procedures, legislation. All he got to do is spew gossip, rumor, innuendo, and the people love him. He sat there at the rally and talked about how migrants are flooding this country by the millions. They're not just coming from Venezuela, but they're coming from Africa and other places. He said that migrants are coming to this country speaking a language that they'd never heard before. And not one person in the audience, in attendance, questioned them on this. If people are coming into this country speaking a language that you never even heard before, then what land did they come from? If you never understood, if you don't know the language, then you telling me that there's a land out there that you've never seen or heard before? I mean, this is ridiculous. But this is when you talk to the poorly educated, you can spew this kind of garbage and keep it moving, and nobody challenge you on anything. You sat there and said that black and Hispanic people are the most negatively impacted by this influx of migrants because we're losing our jobs to them. Well, then, Donald Trump, who's in charge of hiring and firing black people in this country? You see, if you was talking to an intelligent audience, they would have questioned you on that. And even if you was an intelligent candidate, you would have used this opportunity to reintroduce your platinum plan, where you said that you was going to, in 2016, if you was elected, give black people access to free capital so they can build hundreds of thousands of businesses in their communities. So you could take the burden of hiring and firing black people out of the hands of whites and put it into the hands of blacks in their communities. So that no matter what migrants come into this country, no matter where they come from, black people, you will have ownership and control over your community, and it won't impact you at all. Even after Donald Trump is out of office, you will still have ownership and control over your community. But see, Donald Trump don't bring it up, and the people that he talked to, that gravitate to him, they don't mention it either. All y'all worried about is innuendo, gossip, conspiracy theories. You don't challenge him on anything. You will sit up here and talk about the cost of living, how much eggs cost, how much gas costs, how much food costs. But what about the cost of life? Remember when COVID came and Donald Trump blatantly lied to the people about the severity of COVID? He told them that COVID was nothing but a cold, it was the flu, it would be gone by the summer. And even worse than that, he said that it was a hoax. And the people believed him. And over 2 million people died because of COVID. But he'd rather talk to you about the cost of eggs, bacon, cheese, gas, and everything else. But what about the cost of life? How could any presidential candidate who was president at the time of COVID, and it was his decision to fire all the doctors in the CDC that prepared this country just in case of a pandemic, and blatantly lie about it, and then have the audacity to run for president again? You want to get back into the White House. How has this thought process changed since the first? Has anybody ever mentioned that? What if another pandemic hit if he get reelected? How would the actions in his first term impact the actions of his second term if he was to be reelected? Has anybody ever mentioned this? You know, the fact of the matter is, I can see why Donald Trump loves the poorly educated. And because they embrace everything that he say and don't question them on nothing, it is also clear that the poorly educated, they love them some Donald Trump.